Okay, in this lesson I want to talk to you about the kind of gear that I use. A lot of people ask me about my sound and how I go about getting the sound that I get. There's really not that much to it, to be quite honest with you. I've got a Blackstar HT Metal here which I'm using, and I can take you through some of the settings. We've got the reverb level, which I've got completely off because I don't need it for now. The ISF, which is basically their sort of like British American sweep. I've got it leaning towards the right just for a bit more low end. I've got the treble just over halfway, the mid just under halfway, and the bass is all the way up. That's pretty much how I set most of my amps up. If I plug into anything, but I'm sort of strictly using Blackstar gear now, so this is pretty much what I'm using. I just use the 100-watt version of this, like playing live or anything like that, but I'm just using this, and this is direct out straight into the computer which we're recording this lesson with. The volume isn't up that high, but the main sole reason for that is so it doesn't pick up on the mic, so you can get a true representation of how the amp sounds. And the overdrive, I mean, this thing's got quite a lot of gain, but I am using two pedals with it as well. I'm using a Maxon 808. We've taken pictures of it so you can see how it's set and what it looks like. And there's a noise suppressor, which is a Boss NS2. And there's the settings have been taken a picture of as well, so you can see how that's been set up. So straight from my guitar into the tube screamer, into the noise gate, and then into the front end of the amp. And that's pretty much it. I haven't got the overdrive set on the pedal at all. The overdrive's completely off, but the output is all the way up, and the tone knob is completely down the middle. So yeah, let me just play a couple of riffs for you, just so you can hear how this thing sounds, and I'll play a bit of sort of lead as well on the same channel. I might kind of change the EQ settings a little bit and maybe add some reverb in there as well, just so you can hear how that sounds as well. So here's just some basic rhythm with the all the pedals on and the amp. Okay, so you can get an idea of how it sounds. I mean, it comes out like really great as well, and the DI on the back of this head has got a 1x12 cab selection or a 4x12 cab selection for the emulated out. I've got it set on the 4x12 setting. It just to me sounds a little bit wider and a little bit more like just a bigger sound. If you want a kind of more focused, direct kind of sound, the 1x12 is pretty good for that as well. There's not a huge amount of difference between the two, but I just prefer the 4x12 setting. Okay, right, so I'm just going to play a couple of licks lead-wise for you so you can hear how this sounds. The only thing I've done, I haven't changed any of the EQ, I've just added a bit more gain on the amp just for a bit more playability, and I've added in some reverb as well just to give it a bit of atmosphere. So let's see how that sounds.